YouTube, what is up guys? Today I am doing a list video. I'm giving you 5 tricks that I think are considered dirty skate tricks. When you're playing a game of skate with a friend, I think all things should go. I think it should be fun and whatever you throw out, but like when you're playing a game with someone you don't necessarily know, or it's an official game of skate like on a channel, or like in a contest, there are some tricks that you just probably shouldn't do, or you're gonna get weird looks or people are gonna talk trash about you. And you might not agree with me on these, you might think these are super normal tricks, and you might completely agree with me on these, I don't know. Either way, here's my list of 5 dirty skate tricks. Number 1, sex change or body varial tricks, okay? A sex change or body varial, whatever you call it, is when you switch stances in midair during a trick, or basically just 180 your body as your board does some sort of flat ground trick, okay? When you start skateboarding, you pretty much realize that a kickflip sex change is pretty easy to do. Once you've been skating for a while, you kind of back off these tricks and nobody really does them. So when someone does them in a game of skate, you're like, what? And it can get pretty intense, okay? Sure, kickflip sex changes are weird enough, but then when you start doing fakie flip sex changes, heel flip sex changes, I even learned a fakie varial flip sex change the other day, and it's a super weird trick, okay? Like if you do that during a game of skate, one, they're gonna be like, really? You're gonna do that at me? But they're probably not gonna land it. Not a lot of people practice these tricks as they continue skateboarding, so if you throw that, you're gonna get a look like, wow, really, you're gonna do that? And you'll probably get a letter on them. So there you go, dirty trick number 1. Alright, this next one may seem very weird to you and you may disagree, but I think pop Shuvits are one of the dirtier tricks you can do in a skate. If you're learning how to skate, if you don't have a big bag of tricks, absolutely, I think pop Shuvit makes sense. But when you have a big bag of tricks and you're playing someone that also has a big bag of tricks and you do a pop Shuvit, it's kind of like saying, hey, go back to when you couldn't skateboard and do a pop Shuvit. It's so simple of a trick, and it's the easiest skateboard trick to learn when you're starting. When you can do a bunch of other tricks, you're like, wait, am I gonna miss a pop Shuvit? You start thinking and overthinking it, and you get nervous. Most of the times, I do land it, but at the beginning of a game of skate, it is one of the more intimidating tricks for me to do. It gets in their head. You're saying, I don't know if you're good enough to land a pop Shuvit, and it's kind of dirty. In my mind, it's dirty. It's like doing 180s, okay? Like, you get to a certain point, when you can backside flip, you don't do a back 180, you do a backside flip in a game of skate. So I'm doing it. I'm putting pop Shuvit as the second on my list of 5 dirty skate tricks. Number 3, I'm gonna go with wrap tricks. Tricks that have the board wrapping in some fashion on your foot, whether that be a Casper flip, or if you're one of those people that call that a hospital flip, or an ollie impossible, or a front foot impossible. I mean, the list goes on. The average skateboarder is probably not that good at these tricks. And it's kind of when you do these, you're like, oh wait, you're assuming I'm like you, okay? You're just gonna do that. Because the average skateboarder learns the basic stuff, but not everyone learns how to ollie impossible, okay? Because it's a weird trick. Also, it's a vague trick. Anything that could be like you could throw ish at the end of it, like, oh, was that an ollie impossible? Like, it was 3 shove-ish, or ollie impossible-ish. It's like, there's kind of a thing where it's like opinion, It's not like a very definite trick. So I tend to not do these in games of skate unless I know the other person does these tricks as well. But absolutely, Casper flips, ollie impossibles, like any of that stuff, fakey Casper flips, it gets a little dirty, guys. It gets dirty. You might get some weird looks if you just throw that on somebody in a game of skate that you haven't played before. Fourth trick of dirty skate tricks is no complies. Typically, in official games, there are rules for this to not be able to do them, but since I can't do them, I'm gonna bring this guy in, walk into the frame. This guy's good at them. He's gonna be the one demonstrating them. But would you ever do a no comply on a game of skate against me?
No, you'd like punch me.
No, I punch myself because I suck at them. And I punch you.
I don't think I've ever done a no comply in a game of skate.
In fact, he usually plays no comply game of skates, if you actually do it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're gonna do no complies, just know you're definitely gonna get a look if you do a no comply on somebody that doesn't do no complies. But in a typical game of skate, like an official game of skate, they might actually give you the boot, like get out of here with that foot stuff, okay? They're like an entirely different trick, okay? You typically don't see people casually throwing them in normal games of skate. And some people feel super passionate about them, some people don't like them at all. It's just one of those tricks, okay? So be aware, okay? If you're gonna do a no comply in a game of skate.
Fan base.
What?
It's like my fan base.
So just think about what you're doing before you do a no comply, because a lot of people will think it's dirty. No one would ever do that for any reason.
I don't even know why I did it.
I don't think you did do it.
I don't think I did either.
And finally, for the 5th dirty skate trick, I'm gonna go with fakey varial flips. I do not agree with this. I think that's a very standard, basic trick. But when you do this, one, people really aren't good at it. The varial flip has this sort of history with it that's like, oh, well, yeah, varial flip, you're gonna do that. It's like a dirty skate trick. I absolutely think varial flip is a basic flip trick that is completely okay in a game of skate. But if you do a varial flip, one, it usually gets people and they hate it. Two, if you do it fakey, it's just a whole new world because it's just one of those tricks that no one thinks to do. There are gonna be tons of people that can actually do it out there, but from my experience, when I do that on a game of skate with somebody, they're kind of confused and they're like, oh wow, and they miss it because it's just a trick they haven't done in a long time or something. So as weird as that sounds, and you may disagree because I disagree, I think it's a basic trick. A lot of people will look down on you if you do a varial flip or a fakey varial flip specifically in a game of skate. But you know what? They should know how to varial flip, okay? Just because you can 3 flip doesn't mean you should forget your varial flips. So there you go. That is the 5th dirty skate trick. So there you guys go, that was my 5 dirty skate tricks. So if you guys want to go make some enemies or be mean to some friends, enjoy and come up with your own. Just, you know, don't take skating too seriously is probably the best advice I can give from watching this video. Just have fun with it, that's the important part, is just have fun with skateboarding. That's why we do it, right? But I do daily videos here every day. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more from me, but that is it. Saber, if I threw the camera at you, think you can catch it?
No, I was hoping you wouldn't do that.
Let's do it.
I really hate Andy.
That was not nice. Hey, is that Brian's skateboard? That would be it. All right, let's hide this. Yep, it's gonna take him a second, right?
You executed that very well.
Yeah, that was first try.
What can't you find? Your skateboard?
Can't find my skateboard. It's a cat life board thing. No good life board with
It has red life bolts?
what?
It has red life bolts?
Yeah. Why you see it right now? You